Hi, gigpreneur. What is going on? Welcome. Happy Wednesday in hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. My name is Sean Azimi, and I'm somebody who used to work in a call center environment for about 19 years. I used to work 16 hour days, 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. And I went from that to um, not being employed. I had my pancreas quit on me and left me unemployable with nothing to fall back on. Now, I don't know if you've ever felt that before, if you've ever had rock bottom like that before, but it sucks. And so I had to turn onto the online space. And now I help folks just like you, just like me, in a row to create an online side gig and grow it using social media. If that resonates with you, drop the word me in the comments and I'll get back with you after this live. By the way, if this is your first time, hopefully it won't be your last time. But don't mind me. I'm wearing a little robe. It's about 1:20 a.m. in California. So, when I got my robe on, I've been writing and thinking and drafting and creating content. So here we are. I have one tonight that it may hit some people hard. Some people may not really like what I have to say tonight. Um, but that would be a very good indication that you should hear what I have to say tonight. So I had I had a friend reach out to me. Tried to reach out to me actually in one day several times, and finally we we get a chance to hop on the phone. And the first thing she does, she tells me about her new um, job, and she immediately goes and pitches me on what she's doing. Now, I probably spend the next 2 minutes explaining to her why I would never do something like that, and I just would not be interested in anything of that sort. And yet, still continuing with the pitch and not hearing me at all, right? Which was okay because we're friends and I let it fly. So I that conversation ended, not sad, not bad, but we had to go and we decided that we're going to get back together either the later that day or the next day. So um, next day came, and this person told me again why I haven't gone to her online store, why haven't bought anything, why haven't I, why haven't I? And I asked her, and she gave me a couple of different things, and I said, well, my recommendation is for you to take a look to see why people are not buying from you. When you say to me that you've reached out to your friends and nobody is willing even to go to the store to see it or buy anything. Um, and quote, she said, well, semi quote, she said, I don't need training right now. All I need is somebody to go and buy, or something like that, something like that. But I do remember that I don't need training right now. I need you to go see and buy or what have you, or something like that, right? And I said, with a laughing face, I said, yeah, you're more into the quick sale than the quick tip. Which brings me to this point. Um, if you are somebody who is promoting a product or a service or selling a solid product or something, and you go to your friends and nobody is willing to take a look or to buy, um, I would look more into myself, see what I could improve or how I could improve, or why is it that they are not interested in taking a look at all? Nobody. And for me, I'm a very direct person. Some of you are like, yeah, I am. I don't sugarcoat. I'm not that guy. Okay. If you, and I've grown up having um, dealt with people who have been straightforward with me in all aspects of my life, from my childhood to my adulthood, right? Everybody I've encountered, for most, that have had an effect or an influence in my life, they've been extremely direct and straight, and sometimes really hurtful. Now, personally, I have gotten so much better in being able to actually turn that into a coaching opportunity and sharing that versus putting somebody down and criticizing them and killing their, you know, uh, boost, if you would, boost, whatever, you know what I mean. But I do want to share this thought with you, and this goes with a lot of people. And it hurts me to say this. It hurts me to say this that so many Christians that are posting scripture, posting God this, Jesus this, all kinds of stuff. They um, they are some of the worst people to do business with. I told you some of you were not going to like this live, and it's the truth. Some of you who are hardcore Christians and study about everything and ask about everything are the worst people to deal with, both in personal life and in professional life. And if you are of any faith, um, if you have faith and you are somebody who's loud about your faith, um, I would think, doesn't matter if you're Christian or what what you are, but I would think you'd want to attract people to you so that you can maybe share them your faith, right? Like you live that example that somebody says, "Oh, you're so nice. You're this. You're that," and then they find out you're Christian. You're like, "Wow, that's so neat," right? Or they can say, "Oh, and you're a Christian too." I'm a Christian. Um, Killer Will. I'm a Christian. So so it's I have to tell you, I've been wronged by Christians a lot, but that doesn't change my faith, right? That doesn't change my be- belief in Jesus. That's not the point. The point is I don't live that way. Okay, and here's where I want to. Here's a major point I want to share with you. If you are somebody who's in sales, who's going to promote a product, who's going to promote a service, who's gung ho about their brand new store online and they're gung ho about their new gig or new job, whatever. You have to keep in mind when people approach you for a business, an opportunity, um, and you keep saying, okay, I will do this. Okay, I will do that. Okay, no, I have a headache. Okay, I can't see straight. Oh, you know what? I can't. If I could, I would. Oh, you know what? Don't talk to me about it. And you're closed about every single thing to one person, and then you have no right, zero, zilch, nada of a right to approach that person when you have slapped every door closed in their face when they have come to you. You have absolutely no right. On top of that, you have zero right to take it personal when they say no. You know, um, I could really go on with this, but I don't want to because the good book says, hey, listen, talk as if it's going to do something good for others, right? So, what I will share with you is this: if you have not kept one appointment, one promise, one anything, you don't have the right to be asking others and be upset if they're not. You have zero right, like literally no right, let alone have expectations. People, this is the reason why you don't attract people because you're so negative. You're so focused on yourself, who you are, what you see, what you do, what you sell, that you could care less what anybody else says. You have no room in this business or in business. When you respect nobody else's anything, when you deny everybody else's everything, you have absolutely no right. Let's see. I'm from Huntington, West Virginia. Hey, what's up? Thank you for the follow. By the way, I'll follow you back for sure. So I want to share this with you. And again, and I said I've been burnt by Christians, and it just really ticks me off because somebody of faith, you're trying to attract people to your faith, not be an example where people say, I don't want to, not only I don't want to deal with them, but I don't want to deal with any Christians. How's that good for the kingdom? How's that good for humanity? How's that fly in your household? Would you teach that to your kids? If anybody comes to you with anything, you shut them down, but then you go ask for sales. Um, and I gotta tell you, I'm the wrong person to play that game with. I'm just I have worked really hard to be nice and not come out so fast, so direct, and so brutal to somebody, right? I've I've worked really hard to get to this point. But I'll tell you this, I'm the wrong person to play that game with. When somebody tells me, when I tell somebody I'm going to be on a Zoom, I'm going to be on that Zoom. What a concept. When I tell somebody I'm going to call you at this time, I'm going to call you at this time. Wow, what a concept. When I ask a question, I wait for the answer. If you're my customer, I like to go extra mile for you. Not just because I want to keep you as a customer, but just because I want to. It's the right thing to do. That's how I would like to be treated. So if you're selling a product, if you're promoting a product, and you're talking to your friends, and nobody, and this is not even network marketing you're selling, nobody wants to even take a look, you don't need a quick sale. You need a quick tip. And the tip is this: people are like an ATM. You don't ever go to an ATM where you have not made a deposit and ask for money, right? It'll laugh at you. It'll say, insufficient funds, bro. You can only withdraw if you have deposited. People are the same. You need to deposit into people in order to ask. With no deposit in people, with not giving any value, and coming in with an expectation, that's a formula for disaster. Another thing, one more thing, if this has been a pattern that you got into this sales and nobody wanted to buy from you, that sells, nobody wanted to buy from you, that sells, nobody wanted to buy from you, you've been chasing that quick sale every single time versus learning what you're selling, how to sell it, how to promote it, how to get it out there, how to recognize the need in other people with your product. You've skipped all that, and now you're just knocking on the door. Can you buy, please? Can you buy? Oh, you didn't go to my store. I can't believe you didn't go to my store. I don't think that really flies. It never did, but especially these days, that doesn't work anymore. Trust me, I've tried. It just doesn't go anymore. So learn what you're selling, learn about your audience, learn the language. Nothing's going to come like that. You don't get into a gig and go sell everything that same day. It doesn't happen. Not online. You need to learn a little bit. You need to be able to understand your audience, your customers, your prospects. You need to provide value, not because you're throwing some crap out there just to say, oh, I'm throwing some crap out there. So, hey, listen, I went did this. So, no, no, not at all. Right? So, I think 109 bars. Am I the problem? That's awesome. Well, as long as it's not 110, you have time to bar hop 109 bars. Whew, man, that's a quick throw out, right? You walk in, bling, you're out. That's funny. That's funny. Listen, um, don't beg. Four golden rules. I'll give you the four golden rules in sales. I don't beg. I don't bug. I don't sell, and I don't convince. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. And I've done pretty well all my life, right? So I'm asking you, please, please, pretty please, when you get into a gig, when you get into a space, And let's say you're growing a side business. Let's not even say it's a job. Let's just say it's a side business. You're growing this little thing and you're growing it over time, right? Even if you're getting into that side business, don't have any expectations from your friends and family just because they're blood, they're going to buy from you. Oh, go to my store and buy. Some will, most, if not all, won't. You got to bring value to the marketplace. You got to learn the language. You got to learn your prospects. You got to learn your audience. You got to learn marketing. You got to learn about your ingredients. You got to learn about the benefits. You got to learn what holes you're able to fill with what you have. And again, if you have not been on track with the person you're prospecting, forget about it. They've asked you to look at something, you said yes, you haven't. This, yes, you haven't. Yes, don't expect, don't expect. So that's the worst thing you could do because you could get discouraged really fast because you're going to get shut down by the people that are important to you real bad. And on the other side, you have no cold market customers and audience. Why? Because you banked all on this side, don't know a single thing, and you just destroyed it all. And now you're like, oh, I hate this. I can't do it. I mean, you blame every B and C. You blame and complain about everything and everyone, and nobody gets anything done. Nobody accomplishes anything. No good comes out of this except you're more angry, you're more pissed, you hate the profession, you talk bad about it. So my recommendation to you is this. I guess I was all over the place. My recommendation is this: one, learn about your audience, learn about your product, learn about your prospect, learn how to speak to people, learn how to answer objections, learn how to treat people not like a paycheck, but a person. Just because you need a paycheck, that doesn't justify. Not anymore. Those days are gone. Nobody does those things anymore for anybody. So make sure, this is the last, make sure you give the same response to the people that you're talking to. The same response you want, right? It cannot be one sided. So, hey, you want respect, you got to give them respect. You want their time, you got to give them your time. It just works that way, right? So, again, when you go out there and you get in the marketplace and you beg and bug people for a sale, you're only going to get discouraged, and then you're going to get this nasty taste in your mouth. Please don't. Now, is it easy? No, no. Are people are going to still be rough with you? Yeah. Are people are going to say no to you? Yeah. It's with everything else. But at least you're not somebody who's begging them and then making them feel bad for not doing business with you. Like I started this live with, some of you are of faith, are hardcore Christians, and I would never do business with you. And I've even told a couple of you, you don't like that, but I mean, you guys are hardcore Christians. You can quote the Bible verses. I can't. You can, but I would never do business with you. I'd never hang out with you. That's not a very good example of any kind of relationship. That's not good. I'm discouraging you from that. I want you to live in a way that is encouraging to other people, you know, um, and that's going to be way more blessed than any other way. So people are like an ATM. Deposit in them before you ask for a withdrawal. With that, hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. I appreciate you. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. Let this feed grow. Listen, if you feel like there's somebody that needs to hear this, tag them to this, share it with them. Maybe you can't tell them, but I can. So share away. They say sharing is caring. Let's see how much you care. Let's go. And if you're not following me, dude, I'll tell you all day how awesome I am. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, LinkedIn. I mean, everywhere I go with Side Gig Sean. And if you are following me now and this was your first time, hopefully it won't be your last time. And with that, I am Sean Azimi. I'm somebody who used to work in an office, cubicles, call center environment, long time. 6 days a week, 7 days a week, sometimes 14, 16-hour days until my pancreas quit on me, left me unemployable with nothing to fall back on. And I mean nothing to fall back on. I don't know if you've ever hit rock bottom like that, but it's not pretty, not fun. I don't recommend it. And I had to turn onto the online space. And so I help folks just like you, just like me, we do it together, to start a side gig online and grow it using social media. If that resonates with you, whether you're serious or curious, drop the word me in the comments. And remember, you're dropping the word me. Stick around. Remember, you want to be that person that the same way you want to be treated, you want to treat others as well. So if that digital marketing, um, what I can do is I have a video that I made. It's I think 9 minutes long. I can shoot that over to you. You can watch it. It gives you a good idea of what options you have online, all these terminologies that you actually hear, and then I'll explain it. And then after that, you and I can hop on a call and talk or what have you, and then I'll tell you what I do, how I do, all that good stuff. If it's a match, let's freaking go over it. If not, no problem. You know. So if that's cool, drop the word me in the comments. I don't know who that was. Drop the word me in the comments, and I got you. Either way, I go back to all my comments and check them out. But it may be a little late tonight. It's about 1:48 a.m. in California. So I'll connect with you. If you're not following me, for sure follow me. And then I'll message you, and then we can arrange something for tomorrow. I can shoot you that clip. You watch it, and then we'll talk tomorrow. So with that, and I'm just very straight up. That's how I am. Some people say because I'm Virgo. Who knows? So with that, I am signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again.